hey, why you never talk about deportations in the Dominican Republic? Yes, I actually talk about it all the time.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no.
Common to see Chinese own the motels, shopping plazas, and fried chicken restaurants across. I was born in the Dominican Republic, a country known worldwide for its tourism, beaches. Welcome to another episode of the Dominican News. In my last video, I was talking about deportations in the United States. And specifically, I was criticizing those who supported Trump, and now they're complaining because they're being deported. So you have a lot of Latin Americans that they were supporting Trump, and now Trump is deporting everybody. But he actually said he was going to do it.
It's very important on immigration that we be able to get people out without having to go through a long court case.
But some of you also said that, hey, why you never talk about deportations in the Dominican Republic? Yes, I actually talk about it all the time.
With this subject is because if something goes wrong, the whole world is going to put a picture in the newspapers. Dominicans hate Haitians. Dominicans are mistreating Haitians. Dominicans are the
I
evil.
have done plenty of videos of deportations of Haitians specifically in the Dominican Republic. And I have explained why Haitians are the ones being deported most of the time. And yeah, I have talked about it. But some of you probably don't understand. But let me break down for you how different nationalities in the Dominican Republic impact immigration here, and so you understand a little bit about how the integration works here.
As Haiti's political future hangs in the balance, the neighboring Dominican Republic is cracking down on undocumented Haitians, rounding them up and sending them back.
I was born in the Dominican Republic, a country known worldwide for its tourism, beaches, and culture. Because of that, we naturally see a mix of nationalities here. But among all foreign groups, Haitians are by far the most common. There is an obvious reason for that. We share the same island. Crossing the border from Haiti into the Dominican Republic is much easier and more accessible than coming from any other country. In addition to Haitians, you will also find nationalities concentrated in tourist areas like Sosúa, Punta Cana, Boca Chica, Samaná, and Puerto Plata. These places attract mostly Europeans and Americans, and in most cases, they come as tourists. They do not come here to stay permanent. In the last few years, we have also seen an increase in immigration from Venezuela. Unlike tourists, Venezuelans and Haitians usually come looking for a better economic opportunities and stability. However, the number of Venezuelans is still much smaller compared to Haitians population. There's also a significant presence of Chinese immigrants in the Dominican Republic. Many of them arrive to invest and build businesses here. It's common to see Chinese own the motels, shopping plazas, and fried chicken restaurants across the country. Personally, I have lived among Haitians for so long that I can often recognize them even before they speak. Not because of any stereotype, but because we have grown up side by side. The same goes for Venezuelans. After years of interaction, you start noticing cultural and behavioral patterns that will also help you to tell them apart. Dominicans in general tend to recognize Haitians quite easily, perhaps because of shared history, proximity, and constant interaction. When I think about this in broader sense, I realize how perception changes depending on where you are. For instance, in the United States, it's common for many Americans, especially white Americans, to assume that most Latin Americans immigrants are Mexican.
You want me to go back to Mexico?
Yeah, sure do.
Why?
I'm tired of your bossy attitudes.
Wow, just because I asked you to pick up after your dog, you tell me to go back to Mexico?
Deportation officers in the Dominican Republic are also able to identify Haitians very quickly. And that's not necessarily because of the color of their skin. It's due to other factors that become noticeable when you live among people from different nationalities from a long time. Of course, mistakes do happen during deportation operations. That's something almost inevitable in such processes. It's similar to how people might perceive Chinese and Japanese individuals. To some unfamiliar, they may look very similar at first, but if you live among them long enough, you start recognizing some differences. I've also said that the majority of Haitians in the Dominican Republic, and when I say the majority, I'm talking about more than 80%. I mean, you talk to 10 Haitians and 8 Haitians do not have documents. 8 of them will not have papers. But I'm not talking about papers for the Dominican Republic. They don't have papers from their own country in the majority of the times, not even a birth certificate. Of course, I'm not saying that's their individual fault, because it's the government responsibility to give you those documentations. And as you all know, if you watch news, you know that Haiti's situation and the crisis has existed for a long time, for whatever reason that I do not understand, even though I have talked to a lot of friends of mine from Haiti, and they have explained to me that their registration of citizens that have never actually been effective, like worked. But let me show you a couple of videos that when Haitians get caught in the streets and how they react when they have their papers and how they react when they do not have their papers.
No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so.
Claro. De la bello sale. Ve, el otro día yo vení de allá, vení el otro día, yo tengo un país de mes, vení ahí, ahí que anda ahí con eso, para allá. Y la foto, mándate a Japón, para allá. Gracias, gracias.
Está asegurado. Entero y moreno, ¿eh?
Gracias.
¿Qué es lo que es?
Yo soy carpintero.
¿Cómo?
Carpintería, yo viví para los chilicos, pues ya.
Con un maestro, ¿qué haces tú?
Ya, ahí yo salí, ahí.
¿Cómo?
Ya es la primera vez que yo salí.
¿Ya te saliste?
Ya.
Ahí
Yo
ves.
te vi a usted ahorita.
I hope this video has been educational. Thank you very much for supporting the Dominican News. Thank you for supporting Food for Soul. Please subscribe, hit the like button. I'll see you next week. I love you all. Bye.